the riverfront of the Ohio. Sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, two teams ready to square up. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. On the Jacksonville sideline, there is their head coach. She comes in here off the historic first victory a week ago. On the other side, it's the Bengals head coach, Zach Taylor. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in week 2. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. The second-year man, Cam Little, has the honors. Off we go here in Cincinnati. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
11 coming.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Boye Aluakin with the play. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 9.
Here we go. 180.
Looking out of the gun, Burrow. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Mason Smith. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Take this in back at the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
So as he takes the field, Mike, he's coming off an incredibly productive game, and it's really the 4 touchdowns that stands out to us. But to him, all he could think about all week is eliminating the 2 interceptions. He told us, he said, I have to continue to be productive and have the positive plays, but at the same time, I've got to do a better job eliminating the negative.
That last run got 4. So here comes 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds Bell. That's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
And a Jaguar first down.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jordan Battle up for a safety spot, makes the play. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
All right, let's go.
To throw is Lawrence. There's a short one. He's got screen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Lawrence. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Brenton Strange was his intended target. And third down coming up.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
Jaguars field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
His kick is good. From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through.
And you talk about having confidence in your kicker, Mike. I mean, to send him out there to kick from midfield, and what does he do? He repays you with that confidence with a 60-yard field goal. I mean, that was something else.
We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Talking down on this side like we ain't go. If you don't agree, ask the streets on your bitch. 5 years, you already know. Already know how it go. Already know I got shit on go. Money calling out go.
On first down. Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's caught. Ray McCloud. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
11, Thomas.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. He's going to have a Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Right in.
They go play action for Burrow. Right side, catch made by McCloud.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Right in.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Left side, he's got McCloud. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Gun.
He'll run here with Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every rookie that finds themselves in the lineup, Mike, they're trying to make plays that keep them in the lineup. Continue to show your coaches they can trust you as a young player in this league, and he continues to make plays like this. He's going to find himself in the lineup more and more often as the year unfolds.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Ray McCloud was the one he was looking for there. And it'll be third down.
Here we go. Right in.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Joseph Osai makes the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Here's the 24.
And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Jaguars. 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Jaguars.
They'll run. It's ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Jaguars score it on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 44-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9.
Rip, 23.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Now a handoff, running right. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
The coverage by Cam Taylor-Britt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They get set to take over once more. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this weekend.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league now, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
That one taken in by T. Higgins. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 47-yard line.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Rush to his left. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Burrow now to throw on first down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It leads to second.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And
Here we go.
when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here.
Here we go, here we go.
Live for the next snap.
Burrow now. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This will be a 46-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has the ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
It's been a game of field goals. So far, it's the Jaguars on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with second down and 13 in front of them.
Ready, ready. Rip, 23.
Lawrence now. This one is caught, and it's the tight end screen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Jaguar first down.
Go.
Now Lawrence. Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Route.
On second down, here's ETN. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Jacksonville.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. To the left side, and caught by Myers. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On red. Here we go.
To throw is Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, run!
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Hey, Lion! Son!
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. Try to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Ready, break! Red on red. Red.
They'll try and run for it. A big hole. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And everyone in the stadium knew where the ball was going, and it didn't matter. And we see so often these 3rd and 4th and short situations, there's such good opportunities to generate chunk plays, Mike, because you think how many bodies are up at or near the line of scrimmage, and it's exactly the case here. Keeps the drive alive. Nice job.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You know, once he broke the pocket, Mike, I actually thought he was just going to call his own number and become a runner. I thought he had some green grass out in front of him to take it in, but he decides to put it in the air instead and falls incomplete.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
3rd and goal.
Hey, go! Hey, son!
Here's Lawrence to throw. On the move left. He'll try to run for it.
You can tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game, Mike. You see it so often on 4th down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your pace defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
When you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion, and even the 1 year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to the defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside, obviously Joe Burrow, quarterback, but it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to be fourth down. Fielded at the 9, and he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a rebuild, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel with your Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence, and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, Mike, we've seen him play top-tier, #1 overall, got a big new contract. I mean, we've seen him play franchise quarterback-level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list. I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow has caught the side by Fant. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Third and a yard.
Right 80. Right shot. Right 80. Turbo shot.
To throw is Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll find Brown out of the backfield.
Here we go.
They come up now for second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Burrow. For the sideline, brought in by Chase. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
11 Thomas.
First down.
Burrow to throw. Right back to Chase. He's got it again.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
There's caught. Gesicki on the right, and it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set down. He picked up the first down.
Another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
The 18-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
11 and
Throwing is Burrow. To the goal line and in. T. Higgins. Touchdown Bengals. That is first touchdown of the new year. McPherson good on the extra point. And the Bengals are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Jaguars offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
Red on red. Hey, son.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one caught left side. That screens. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing is Lawrence. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. They set up the screen here for Tootin. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. First down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. It'll be a 44-yard attempt.
A 44-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Sky Hansen and our EA Sports half-head. Both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Austin now to return this. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Jags offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5,
and he'll take this one in. Travis Etienne, touchdown Jacksonville. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes number 1, obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jeanty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the thing the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So If I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently.
Here we go.
So if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
Holding offense.
That's on the 2024 first rounder of Marius Mims.
Still second down.
Burrow here on second down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
11 MT.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal.
Here we go.
Send a man in motion right. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Wide 80.
Burrow now. It is brought in the end zone. Ray McCloud. Touchdown, Cincinnati. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have cut the deficit to 5.
17.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. But Jaguars offense getting set to get back to work. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags, who also play in London week 6 and 7. Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside the U.S. in each regular season. A big play for Jacksonville. A gain of 57 yards.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only...
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
McLeod now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. To the left side, caught by Chase.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
11 mighty.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 13 yards on the catch there. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the
Here we go, here we go.
46-yard line.
Behind.
Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
11 MP.
Here's Brown.
11 MP.
Face to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Here comes the jet sweep. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and not going to be a lot of gain.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Xavier Thomas. He had a sack in the opener last week. He's got another one here.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker, in to drop him on third and goal, and that will send the field goal unit out.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Travis Etienne of the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Red on red.
Lawrence now. To the left side, it is caught by Miles. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. that nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here we go.
Now, Etienne, and he'll get forward for about a yard. Jawan Bentley there on the tackle. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
We're at 23.
Now here's Lawrence. That is caught at the 3. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And this one ruined quickly. Take back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Ready up.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal.
All right, let's go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
But there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for 2. You just got to catch the ball.
The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
On 1, ready? Here we go. Wide 80. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Red on red.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. The NFL sack leader from a year ago, Trey Hendrickson, having a lot of success here early in the season. 2 sacks in the opener, and he's got another one here. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Decent 24. Here we go.
To throw is Lawrence. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. A rookie from A&M, Shamar Stewart, having success early in his career, his 2nd sack in these first few weeks of the season. Throwing now on 3rd and long. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
12.
A carry here for Brown. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
11.
And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
11 mighty.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
11.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a design run. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
Here we go. Ready, set. Start. Right 80. Start.
2nd down. Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
11, Thomas.
Burrow surrounded the gun here on 3rd down. That's caught by Brooks. 11 yards on the connection there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
11.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he shows up with strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Burrow here on second down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Here we go.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
16 yards. And the Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, Soko, hot. Here we go.
To the right, on the run, it's ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He finds Austin with the grab. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. And even 30 yards. First and 10.
On red.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Out to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On the ground, here's ETN.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Hey, Lion. Hey, Soko, so hot. Great job. Alert.
Once again, it's ETN. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming.
Cam Little for the Jaguars field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Jaguars will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 80.
They bring Chase in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7 yards pickup.
11 Thomas.
Now Brown. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
A gain of 3 yards.
Stop.
And the Bengals first down.
Burrow to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They'll spread the formation here. See what the call is on 3rd and inches. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
11 Thomas.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Ball incomplete. Hubbard outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
11.
Now Burrow. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection. Going to give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, here's Milton. To the left side, it is caught by Meyer. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Ready. Here we go. Strike. Viking H.
Try and throw with Milton. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go. Here's Milton. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. As as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one.
11.
And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Bengals first down.
He'll get up and clock it and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play.
11.
Looking out of the gun, Burrow. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
Third downs and 10 yards
To throw is Burrow. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's third and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they're going to pick it up here. They took a chance and it paid off. First and goal coming up. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout. And they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here we go.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal.
A pickup of 2.
11 empty.
There's the spike. It comes with 15 seconds on the clock.
Off line, ready?
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one?
Here we
It's
go.
third and goal.
180.
They bring Chase in motion. Throwing here on third and goal. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
Result of the play is
He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but slim that it went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
Caught over the middle by Thomas. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.